Hey, welcome back to the channel, and we are back with another rack store pickup. This time, I was able to find something at my local TJ Maxx. And in the past, I have found other fragrance from this specific line. If you guys take a look at that footage, I had my pick. I mean, there was a lot of amazing fragrances at my TJ Maxx, but ultimately I decided to go with this one. And as I said, I've tried others from the line that I've really loved. So I really wanted to try this one. The scent we are talking about is none other than Salvatore Ferragamo's Red Leather. And this is the 100 ml bottle. I ended up paying $49.99. So if that price point is any indication as to whether or not this is going to be worth it or not, if I'm just basing it on the other two that I've purchased in the past, Intense Leather, Bright Leather, both amazing on their own, definitely worth the $50 price point. But that doesn't mean this is going to be any good. So as I always do, I'm going to bust this open. I'm going to get it on skin, walk you guys through what I'm picking up. We'll take a look at the notes, and I will ultimately let you know if Salvatore Ferragamo's Red Leather is actually any good. Let's get into it. So yeah, I actually might need to go back and grab a couple of those Byredos, or at least one of them, to just try them. I'm a big fan of Byredo. Black Saffron, one of the fragrances sitting right behind me right now. I wore that in last week's rotation video. Amazing scent and absolutely love it. So I definitely want to get more into the House of Byredo. But from a budget perspective, I really wanted to try Red Leather. Now, if you look at the presentation here, it definitely is consistent with the other bottles in the line, just a different color. This is red, obviously, but I really, really love these presentations. I think the bottle looks super classy, kind of modern, and just really looks good on a shelf, especially when you have the entire collection. Nice and heavy, doesn't feel cheap in the hand. They did a fantastic job with this. Now, let's take a look at the Atomizer. Great Atomizer as well. I mean, they really, really paid attention to detail in terms of the presentation here. Okay. All right. So in the air, it's a little bit powdery. Almost picking up this kind of suede vibe. It's a little bit sweet and fruity. A little perfumey. Not a bad thing. When I say perfumey, it's a little, maybe leaning a little bit feminine in the air. Could just be my initial reaction, might be completely different off of skin. So let's see what this does. Okay. This is actually reminding me a little bit, just knee-jerk reaction, a little bit of Brioni Eau de Parfum Intense, which I love. Absolutely love that fragrance. It has a little bit of a fruity sweetness with this buttery smooth suede vibe. So really liking that aspect of this. Woody, again, a little bit powdery. This is really, really nice. Man, they have nailed all of these. This to me, again, if I'm just basing this on first reaction, it might be a little redundant from myself because I own the Brioni and they're kind of doing the same thing for me. But that doesn't take away from this being a really good scent on initial spray. There's also a musk there, and there might be a little bit of a spice as well that I'm picking up. Just ever so slightly. It's not at the forefront of the scent. Very soft and classy. So I can imagine wearing this easily to the office, out for dinner, to an event, dressed up, casually. This hat just screams versatility to me. And what I like really about so far, the three that I've tried, I know Spicy Leather is one that you guys really love. I hopefully will come across that one eventually and give it a try. Is that the leather is different in each one. It's used a little bit differently. This one is a much more smooth suede type of leather to my nose. And now a little bit more of the citrus is coming through, which is kind of a unique thing. Typically the citrus is the first thing you pick up, and then it fades. Let's take a look at the notes really quickly. Instead of looking at Fragrantica, the notes actually are on the box. So, and I'll typically do that. If I have a fragrance, I will check the box to see if they happen to list the notes. In this case, they did. So, and I kind of like this because they put into categories the top, mid, and the base. So at the top, it says authentically Italian. Italian bergamot, mandarin pulp, and ginger fresh. Inherent strength for the mid. Jasmine, absolute Egypt, orris ultimate, and rosemary. I'm not really picking up the orris, but that's okay. It might change. And in the base, effortless sensuality. Vetiver Haiti, soft leather, and sandalwood, New Caledonia. So interesting list of notes here. The mandarin orange, the mandarin pulp, definitely picking that up. And I guess it is a little bit, I'm trying to figure out where I was getting the spice from. And it could have been the rosemary, even though that's more of an aromatic. Ginger, definitely the ginger. Okay, I obviously wasn't picking up specifically ginger, but there was kind of this little bit of spicy twang to it that I really enjoyed. Another thing to highlight here is that it smells more expensive. So I paid $50 for this. Incredible value. And as my experience has been with a lot of Salvatore Ferragamo fragrances, is that they don't smell cheap, but you can usually find them cheap. And that's good for both of us. So that's amazing. And again, this is one that I would easily recommend. Just smelling it, again, knee-jerk reaction. It smells great. Now, as I said, could be a little bit redundant for someone who might own something like Brioni Eau de Parfum Intense. They don't smell exactly the same, but they're kind of built the same way and they kind of do the same thing. So if you're trying to avoid redundancy in your collection, and not just having fragrances that smell exactly the same, I think that's pretty obvious. You don't want really fragrances that smell exactly the same, but also fragrances that might be worn in the same manner, in the same situation. If I'm in the mood for Brioni Eau de Parfum Intense, I'm going to reach for the Brioni. I'm not going to reach for red leather. So, with that being said, this is a really, really good fragrance. As I always do, I'm going to wear it this week. The 7 fragrances sitting behind me right now, that's last week's rotation. And I'm going to put it through its paces, see what type of performance I get. If I got any compliments, I'll ask my wife her opinion on it. And I will talk more about it in that video that drop every single Monday. So if you aren't subscribed, I don't know what you're doing. Subscribe to the channel, like this video if you like content like this, and of course, share it so more people find the channel. That's it, guys. Would love to know what your thoughts are on Salvatore Ferragamo's red leather. Is this one that you own? Do you absolutely love it? Drop it in the comment section down below. But until next time, I'll see you in the next video.